This archival photo from the early 1970s shows a peculiar pink fabric item. It features stirrups on either side and a white fabric cord with D-rings at one end, seemingly for lacing or fastening. Initial guesses, like a baby bouncer, seem unlikely. What could this unusual fabric contraption with stirrups be? It looks like something worn or used for play, possibly involving a child and an adult. The design is specific and suggests a particular activity. This nostalgic piece of fabric gear is identified as a daddy saddle. It's essentially a padded cushion designed to be worn on an adult's back, usually the father's, hence the name, while giving a child a horsey ride as the adult crawls on their hands and knees. The stirrups are for the child's feet, and the lacing system helps secure the saddle comfortably on the adult's back, providing padding for both rider and horse. It's a fun, if somewhat dated, accessory designed to make playtime a bit more comfortable for the grown-up involved. Found at a thrift store, this handmade wooden object operates somewhat like a dead blow mallet, but has a peculiar internal mechanism. A plug covers a plate, and when swung, this plate presumably pushes forward to strike the wood. Found in Colorado alongside a heavily used normal mallet, its purpose is baffling. Is it a specialized tool, a toy, or something else entirely? The mechanism seems overly complex for a simple mallet. What could this unique wooden contraption be? Despite its mallet-like appearance and dead blow-style operation, this unique wooden device is ingeniously suggested to be a fancy, handmade, fun nutcracker. The mechanism, where swinging causes an internal part to strike forward, could be designed to crack nuts placed within a designated spot. Instead of squeezing or screwing, you'd whack the nut open with the internal hammer. It's likely someone crafted it more for amusement and novelty than for pure efficiency. It's the kind of whimsical, entertaining gadget someone might make just for the fun of it, a nutcracker with a bit of flair. Discovered in the basement of a deceased electrical engineer who had worked for GE and possessed documents related to military technology, this object resembles some kind of cap or machine part. It's labeled Surface to Air and bears the serial number OAC978758. Text around the rim reads CA3106ES32-7P F42 Cannon. Given the context and markings, it clearly seems military related, but what is its specific function? Could it be part of a missile system like the suggested XM75 grenade launcher? This object is identified not as part of a grenade launcher, but as a training electrical plug, specifically associated with the Nike Hercules surface-to-air missile system. Plugs like this, with specific military part numbers, like the OAC number provided, which cross-references to federal stock number 59358825019, were used for simulating connections and completing circuits in the missile's warhead section during training exercises or testing procedures. They allow personnel to practice handling and connecting components without involving live ordnance. It's a piece of Cold War-era military training equipment. Found in a thrift shop, this imposing steel structure stands about 4 feet tall. It features numerous knobs, tempered glass portholes, apparent gas feeds, and slim internal rods with holes, possibly venturis. It seems robustly built, designed to withstand high pressures, and is made of stainless steel. Despite its complex appearance, its purpose is elusive. What could this substantial, precisely engineered piece of equipment be? A thrift store seems an unlikely place for such an item. Based on the description, stainless steel construction, portholes, gas feeds, and design suggesting pressure tolerance, this is likely a vacuum chamber or a significant part of one. Such chambers are used in various scientific and industrial processes requiring a vacuum environment, like materials testing, coating deposition, or experiments. The mention of a Pfeiffer pump, a common vacuum pump manufacturer, and the high value of the raw stainless steel reinforce this identification. It's an extraordinary find for a thrift store, potentially worth thousands in materials alone. The item inside, just a stray shake weight. Dating from around 1730 and found in a grandmother's attic, this small container measures approximately 7 by 3 by 3 centimeters. It's about 2 by 1 by 1 inches. It comes with a tiny spoon and features a glass insert within the main body. Given its age, small size, and the presence of a spoon, what was this little receptacle used for? It seems too small for many common condiments, suggesting a specific, possibly valuable substance was stored inside. This antique container is identified as a salt cellar. Before the advent of modern free-flowing salt and shakers, salt was often coarser and kept in small open dishes or lidded containers like this one on the dining table. The accompanying miniature spoon was used to serve the salt onto one's plate or food. The glass insert helped protect the outer material, often silver or other metals, from the corrosive effects of the salt. Salt cellars were common table accessories for centuries, especially among wealthier households, reflecting the historical value of salt. Inside the battery compartment of a toy train, instead of batteries, these roughly 1-inch long metal tube-like things were found. They seem solid and heavy for their size. Why would these be placed where batteries are supposed to go? The train wasn't working, which prompted the investigation. Are they some kind of placeholder, a different type of power source, or do they serve another function entirely within the toy train? These solid metal pieces are not power sources, but are actually weights. In some toy trains, especially those designed to run on tracks, weights like these are intentionally placed inside the carriage, often in the battery compartment area if it's conveniently located, to increase the overall weight. This added weight helps the train maintain better friction and contact between its wheels, particularly the driven wheels like the yellow one mentioned, and the track rails, preventing derailment and ensuring smoother operation. They are essentially ballast to improve the toy's performance. Found mounted on the wall in the master bedroom of a newly acquired house, between the closet and bathroom, is this small object measuring about 1.5 by 1.5 inches. When opened or activated, it protrudes about an inch from the wall. Its function isn't immediately clear, and its placement on a bedroom wall seems odd. What is this small mechanism, and why would someone install it there? This small device is identified as a sliding door or window lock, specifically the type often used for patio doors or windows. These locks are typically mounted on the frame and have a part that swings or slides out to physically block the door or window from opening, providing an extra layer of security. Why it's mounted randomly on a bedroom wall remains a mystery. Perhaps a previous occupant installed it there nonsensically, intended to use it for something else entirely, or removed the door to window it was meant for and left the lock behind. This ceramic dish, which came as part of a set with vases, features a distinct raised cup in the center and a removable cork plug. The shape suggests a serving purpose, but what exactly? The central cup seems ideal for holding something, while the surrounding moat could hold accompanying items. Is it an ashtray, a planter, or a specific type of serving dish? The maker's stamp might hold a clue. This piece is identified as a classic mid-1970s chip and dip serving bowl made by Ting Keramik, a Danish pottery studio run by Henning Rasmussen from 1968-2000. The design is highly functional. The raised central cup is intended for the dip, like salsa, hummus, or queso, while the wide surrounding moat is perfect for holding chips, crackers, or vegetable sticks. It's definitely not an ashtray or salt cellar based on its shape and full interior glaze. This stoneware piece embodies the simple, functional Japanese Scandinavian aesthetic popular at the time and is a cool piece of vintage Danish design, perfect for snacks. Found at a school, this object weighs under 1 kilos and has high magnification when looked through. Most distinctively, it features a reticle, crosshairs or similar markings, visible through the eyepiece. It appears to be some kind of optical instrument, possibly for surveying, measuring, or aiming, but its specific identity isn't clear from the description alone. What kind of magnified reticle-equipped device might be found at a school? This optical instrument is identified simply as a level, specifically an optical level or surveyor's level. These instruments are used in construction, surveying, and engineering to establish or verify points in the same horizontal plane. The high magnification allows users to accurately sight distant targets, like a leveling rod, and the reticle provides precise aiming points. While modern digital and laser levels exist, traditional optical levels are still widely used and are common tools found in schools with technical, engineering, or construction programs. While digging in the back garden of a Victorian-era terraced house to prepare for turfing, a thick red slab was uncovered buried underground. It's approximately 15 centimeters, 6 inches thick, and features a hole cut out in one corner. So far, attempts to move it have failed due to its apparent weight and size. What could this substantial buried slab with a corner hole be? Its age and location suggest it might be a remnant of past utility or garden features. This buried red slab is likely either an old water trough or, more specifically, a type of large, robust sink, often called a Belfast sink, or sometimes a London sink. These were common fixtures in homes and gardens during the Victorian era, typically made from fired clay, like terracotta, hence the red color, or stone. They served various purposes, from laundry and washing to animal watering troughs. The hole in the corner would be for drainage. Being buried suggests it was discarded or repurposed long ago, possibly as part of a drainage system or simply filled over. After hearing a noise from the garbage disposal, reaching inside safely revealed this flat, lightweight metal object. It has a distinct lip with a curved end. There are no obvious holes suggesting it was attached to something, and no edges appear broken, though it bears marks from the disposal. It doesn't seem to be part of the disposal unit itself. What could this small, lipped metal piece be from? This small metal piece is identified as one of the feet from a metal colander. Many metal colanders stand on 3 or 4 small feet that are typically spot welded to the bottom of the bowl. These feet often have a shape similar to the one described, with a flat base and a curved lip where they attach. Over time, the welds can fail, causing a foot to detach. Checking your metal colander for a missing foot and looking for 2 small dots where the welds used to be would likely confirm this identification. Found near railroad tracks, this heavy ring-shaped object is substantial enough to be compared in scale to a child's Crocs shoe. Its location near a railway suggests a connection to trains or track maintenance, but its specific function isn't obvious. Is it a discarded part from a train car, a piece of signaling equipment, or a tool used for working on the tracks? Its weight and ring shape are key clues. This heavy ring-shaped object is identified as a rail grinding stone. These abrasive stones are components of specialized track maintenance machinery used to grind the surface of railroad rails. Grinding removes small imperfections, smooths the running surface, corrects the rail profile, and eliminates defects caused by wear and tear. This maintenance extends the life of the rails and ensures safer, smoother train operation. These stones wear down over time and are eventually discarded, which is likely why this one was found near the tracks. What is this red, bowl-shaped silicone object with a raised center? For years, this odd red silicone item has lived in the family's container cabinet. It's bowl-shaped with a strange bump in the center. Every now and then, someone rediscovers it, speculates wildly, then gives up. Guesses have included a dip and chips tray or a baking mold, but its unusual shape and soft texture defy easy classification. Does anyone know what this could be? This is a silicone insert for a microwave popcorn system. It's designed to fit inside a specific popper setup, where the raised center promotes even popping and prevents kernels from burning. The flexible silicone helps manage heat, and the shallow outer ring collects the popped corn. While it may look like it belongs at a Super Bowl party, it's actually engineered for snack science. Fun fact, microwave popcorn systems with silicone inserts are often dishwasher safe and oil optional, so it's healthier and your cabinet mystery is finally solved. What is this metal toolbox full of tiny vials, rods, and colorful pieces? Inside an old metal box lies a treasure trove of miniature hardware, long metal rods, knobs, tiny labeled vials filled with parts of various colors. One assembled component looks like a control knob, and there's even a model number, CRL028008. It seems like something from a vintage workshop or a hobbyist's stash, but no one's quite sure what all the pieces are for. Does anyone know what this could be? This is a rotary switch kit manufactured by CRL, Lab. It's used to assemble custom rotary switches, which allow users to select among multiple circuits using a single rotating mechanism. The kit includes parts for different numbers of positions and poles, letting technicians or DIYers build switches for specific needs, perfect for restoring old radios, amps, or industrial controls. Fun fact, in the 1960s and 70s, Lab was the go-to for switch hardware. If you've ever used a vintage amp with a satisfying click, this kit might be why. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.